Alright, guys, and here we go. Game number 2 of a pretty epic game 1 already. We are spawning right on top of the man that needs to win 2 to get into the finals of this week's Zotac. It is IS Mentalist. And then going over the Teal Zerg. He is the man of standard. The man that just showed mass muta kings all when you have 49 mutas. It is xSix.Sleep.
Yep, really well done. That last game was impeccably done by him. It was a little bit odd at the start. I mean, he went for a very fast speedling play. It wasn't quite speedling opener, but it was a speedling play going for like that normal time pool, but then a gas and then a natural expansion. Really odd start for Sleep compared to the normal, oh look, 4 minutes in and I already have 3 bases completely up and running by the Zerg against the normal Forge fast expanding Protoss, but it really worked out well for him. The muta play was impeccable, even getting 40 plus mutas, and was able to even split them up and harass the different locations with separate flocks of mutas. Incredibly well done, very awesome to see. It was one of the best games I've seen in quite a long time, so incredibly well done to Sleep. Menta has seriously got his hands full in this series.
Definitely, and especially when you're talking the world's largest map, Tal'Darim Altar. I mean, it's really, like I say, it literally is the world's largest map.
Yep. Alright guys, I encourage you to go ahead and cast your vote for who you think is going to be winning. If you go to zanderfever.tv/vote, go ahead and show your support to one of the players. Just make it known who you think will be taking the victory, as this game is going to be promising to be amazing, because Tal'Darim Altar creates some of the weirdest PvZs ever, and after that last game, I can't wait to see what Menta is going to be trying to do, because he's got a lot of opportunities to put pylons everywhere.
No, he definitely can proxy pylon every place, all over the place. But I do like Sleep. He is going pretty standard. He went for, it looks like, a speedling opening, but then he expanded out at the same time. So, you know.
Yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. And now we do see that Menta is gearing up for his very standard wall. It looks like he's going to have his cannon being pretty far towards the top, actually. Roaches are going to have an opener if they want to be aggressive on this bottom part and picking off this forge.
Oh, definitely. This forge is actually very, very vulnerable, because the cannon being at the top barely reaches the forge itself. So I do agree with you that if he gets it right, and he can outrange it with like 2 or 3 roaches.
Yep. And we do see Sleep is now researching his metabolic boost, and to be honest, I really like the looks of this opener. It's not the standard no gas, it gives a lot of mobility and controlling the map, and as far as speedling goes, they're 20 times better than slow links. They'll be able to micro a lot better against zealots. You can be able to pick off probes so much more efficiently, you'll be able to find them more efficiently, and it should give a lot of openings towards Sleep in terms of teching as well, because his extractor is already up and he can easily see an opener to do some weird kind of tech thing and immediately go, great, time to resaturate and get up a Nidosworm, get up a lair, get up a Roach Warren, Baneling Nest, something, and be able to be incredibly effective with it the second he needs to be.
I actually like he's got his 7 lings actually on the destructible rocks, because it takes a good 2 minutes to get those down, depending on how many lings you have on there. So.
Yep. So they're just wailing away. Wow, their antennas are really teal. No, I just had to point that out. I like the colors of the game. The stronger team color mod, it makes them incredibly interesting and weird, and Banelings are just so much fun to look at with the color mod. But there is the metabolic boost finishing, and look at Sleep's position of his creep tumor. He's really going to make sure that he's got vision of his entire main base, and I will bet you he spreads his creep left before he spreads it up.
Oh, we always stress it, you and me. That's one thing we've always stressed while we stream. If you are a Zerg, spread your creep on these larger bases, because proxy pylons could get hidden, or, you know, you could get dropped in the dark or
pylon. Something. Goodness only knows.
Yeah. So there you go. There's the third of Sleep. Sleep getting a quick 3. I love this build. And he is still on 1 gas.
And speaking of speedlings catching proxy probes and pylons, here we have one speedling completely shutting that down to the mid-right of the map.
I love, that's one thing. Look at that. He's checking everywhere now. He's got a Zergling on patrol up in the natural there, or the one of the other bases. He's got, this is actually really nice.
And Warp Gate is now done. We have 3 gates finished, 4th gate about to complete. Twilight Council's in play. We could have some very fast upgrades. +1 is approaching completion. +2 will be getting thrown down afterwards, I would assume. And Menta's an opportunity to get his +3 done by the 13-minute mark if he's really good with getting down his upgrades in a row, because his Twilight Council is in play. And there it is. +2 has just now begun.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you notice, there is a single Zealot wailing on the rocks, so Mentalist can expand. Can that Zealot kill the rocks in time? I feel bad for him.
And look at this, just safety by Sleep, getting a Spore Crawler already at his 3rd. You can't really see much inside the base of Menta. There's just too much space that he can't really cover to get the full scout. So he's going to go ahead and be safe, and in case of quick DTs, he's already got detection at his most vulnerable base.
I do like that a lot. We do have Lair just about finishing up. Blink halfway done. There's the Robo. You could actually, this is a great map for Blink, because there's a lot of ins and outs of this map.
That is true. That is very true. You have the main, with this ledge on the left, you can easily blink out if you're being aggressive, then have a straight shot back to your home base. You can the 3rd, you can retreat from attack over there. You have a natural that you can use this cliff as another avenue to go ahead and retreat, and even better than that, it also serves as a spot to slow blink back and still be aggressive and doing things like picking off all the drones, or if there are lings attacking, you can pick them off one by one, keeping your stalkers alive with a very easy spot to retreat away from. It's a great map for blink mobility, plus it's just large, and whenever you have distance to cover, Blink makes your stalkers go there twice as quickly.
We're gonna have a Doom drop.
We are. We've got Vengeful Sax researching. We've got Nuitaz Carapace 3/4 the way done. This is going to be really interesting by Sleep. He's getting out a fair amount of lings.
And there's a big area of Mentalist's base that he could drop. And look at that, Sleep actually taking a 4th too.
I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Oh
no, Baneling drops again. He's going for early game.
This is really good. I'm so happy to see Baneling drops. I honestly think they are the strongest thing to do against a classic Death Ball. If you can add in fungal so that it becomes ideal, but that becomes really difficult to actually manage your gas. The 4th base may be what you need to actually get the gas to be able to do fungals and baneling drops. You skip a little bit on other techs and you can get out all of that later on, as long as you don't spend too much money getting out roaches and banes in the early game.
No, I mean, he hasn't skimped at all. He's got a very sound defense there. And his creep spread is just ridiculous as is. Already pushing through the middle of the map, and Mentalist, I mean, just trying to get the upgrade advantage. That's gonna be his big key. He's got Blink, and he's got the he's got Blink.
Yep.
So
he is too.
But there's no colos out yet or anything like that.
Yep, and we have now another 17 Banes now morphing. We have a bunch of them already on the field, so we're gonna have a total of looking like he's gonna have 30 Banes when that next round finishes. That's a lot of Banelings. He's now even morphing more. This is gonna be a lot of DPS, and Menta does have Blink. He could spread his stalkers quite easily in time with Blink, but then the Lings come into play, the Roaches come into play. As the stalkers become able to be surrounded a lot easier.
And here we go, he's moving out. This is actually enough Banelings to pretty much KO this army. Yeah. If they hit right.
That's the big if they hit right. +3 for Menta's about to be done. So yep, he's actually pretty close to that 13-minute optimal mark. So very impressive just management by him, because this is pretty much the fastest +3 you can reasonably get in a PvZ. Reasonably get. You can still technically get it faster, but then you start getting into the realms of ridiculousness.
And here we go. All the stalkers coming in. We have Stalker Sentry. Yep. They're picking off a few creep tumors.
So they are running around. They're waiting for their opportunity. It's hard for them to engage on creep, though. Sleep has done an amazing job of spreading creep. And let's go ahead and just look at the fact that he did do this great creep spread inside his main base to get more vision inside the main than Menta kind of... Menta's kind of fixed that out. But he will be throwing down his robotics bay as well as a Stargate. So he's getting out his tech structures nicely. But now it looks like Sleep's going to try and engage.
There we go.
But there is some nice forces being casted. It looks like Menta knows we're going to have the Bands come down. Look at the force fields progressively continuing. We see a few of those Bands do drop, and they connect, taking down a lot of those units. We are going to see Menta be losing a few Stalkers. So nice engagement for a Sleep over there. Trading for him is definitely better for him than it is for Menta.
Nope, definitely. I do agree with you there. And I like this. I mean, yeah, Mentalist is on 3 base, but look at this. I mean, he's used all those shields up. So now it's basically just dropping on that whole army.
There we go. He does continue to engage. Now his Lings and Roaches have a straight shot into the 3rd base against Mentalist. And there we see Warpings of Zealots. But guess what? There are so many units. This 3rd Nexus is guaranteed to fall. We see Probes are trying to attack, but the Nexus is officially dead. But has Sleep actually overextended himself to try and take down that Nexus? He's going to lose a lot of army. And the position for Menta is very advantageous.
Look at the food count.
Okay, that's a good point. We do have...
Yeah, it did look like he overextended himself, but...
He was just freeing up food at that point.
Oh, we can see a big force of mutas coming in too eventually. He's already started his +1 air attacks, but he's going to move in with a ton of Hydras. If he can go from Hydra, if you can go from Hydras to mutas, force out more Colossi, the mutas are going to be even stronger than they were in that last game.
Well, there's no Colossus right now.
He wants them though. The Robo Bay is there. It hasn't even started Extend Thermal Lance actually.
But look at this. He's maxed again.
Oh my god, his macro is incredible.
And we have Hive Tech already underway.
Very nice, very nice.
And look at that. There's another expanse from Sleep. Sleep's going to be on 5 base.
If these Stalkers don't move around and find it, but those Stalkers, look at Menta's vision. He literally has no vision. He has no idea about what Sleep is going for. He's literally seen nothing, not a single hatchery.
This is phenomenal play. There is one Colo out right now, and one Colo against this big army is going to do not much at all.
Alright, so now Menta is doing what he can. He actually has a probe holding gas in this army. There we go. It's now just hanging out there by itself. But we are going to see him pushing forward. We do have a little bit of an engagement. Yes, we're going to see Roach Hydra pushing forward. There's only a single Colossus. No Extend Thermal Lance. Those Hydras could actually range and hit that Colossus. But as of right now, they're just moving around, being very aggressive, taking down cannons. We see the Colossus now pushing forward. Blink forward. Looks like this Nexus could fall. Right now, the Colossus is still more than alive. Now the Colossus is now coming to play, but their Hydras are wreaking havoc onto those Stalkers. They are going down.
37 roaches!
Sleep is not moving down his food count at all. We do see that this army does get cleaned up, but the position that these players are in, it is clearly an advantageous position for Sleep. He is now maxed once again, while Menta has just lost more and more stuff.
37 roaches, a greater spire underway. Here comes 7 corruptors. And he's already maxed out again.
In fact, he's now supply blocked at 200 out of 196.
So, while we keep saying, yeah, he keeps losing his army, he's trading armies in a good way. Menta has no money.
83 drones are out for Sleep still. This is looking incredibly good for him. Menta's now trying to move out a little bit with a small force of Stalker Colossus. 3 Colossi and a fair amount of Stalkers. This is normally an army that Zerg would kind of fear, but the state of Sleep, he's now going to be fully saturating another base. His main is just about mined out. His natural is getting close to mined out.
You have a fleet beacon. He's going to try to get, I guess you could say, a mothership out, but there's a Dark Shrine as well. This is just money I don't think he has to spend at this point.
Sleep is now being annoying, and we see him burrowing Zerglings over here, and there's no obs with the army. Oh, no,
I hope is trailing.
Did Menta
the
realize?
Ob actually walked loot away.
Did he realize he's going to leave those zealots there? Maybe? He's going to leave those zealots there and get the cannons here for detection and wait for those lings to unburrow. Because they're not banelings, doesn't have to worry about them burrowing and exploding on the ground. But we're all going to see that Sleep is going to engage in the top middle base now, looking very, very strong.
He's going for that fourth base. And look at this. The Corruptor's aiming at the Colossus, and he's got one down to almost no health. And there goes that base right there.
Nexus is now dead. We're seeing Sleep has been able to kill so many Nexi.
Oh, I know what Sleep's doing. He's hiding. Look at that Corruptor's hiding.
Oh, this is so obnoxious of him. Guys, he's going to morph Broodlords behind. Never mind, he's actually...
No, he's not. I thought he was going to morph Broodlords behind the line.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh, it's a great move when the fourth comes up again.
No, he's going to morph him right in the front, that's all.
Oh, well, that's good, too. Just go ahead and go for the frontal assault. But the thing is that now we're seeing the worry that I had before. Sleep is now at 140 food. Menta's been allowed to get up an army. Even though he's losing bases, he's getting up his army strength to get to that scary point of Stalker Colossus. And that's something that could really backfire from Sleep's just choice of where to engage and attack. He's playing the delay game, but he may just be delaying himself more than Menta.
I don't know. There's a lot of Broodlords and a lot of Infestors. The Infestors are going to do great. 80 Lings underway. I mean, he is just going to max out Ling, Infestor, Broodlord, and that's going to be key because when you have that many Lings...
Yeah, he will get 10 Broodlords out. The Infestors are coming in. Looks like he should be in a fairly decent spot, but if Menta can go ahead and snipe the Infestors with his Colossus, blink with the right amount of Stalkers
he's going to come take out these two bases.
Yeah, it's going to be a really... this is going to be a loss that Sleep can kind of afford. He does have that bottom middle base now functioning as well. He can easily just saturate that and look solid. Menta should be moving to the right to actually get to the other base, but at the moment he's getting hit by his third base. A lot of Lings are pushing forward, but they are not in high numbers to deal with those 3-0 Zealots.
And there's Momo ship, so Mothership's there. Mothership just needs 10 more energy to actually get a Vortex. That could be bad, but there's no Archons for this Vortex, so...
Yeah. Yep. And Sleep is now forced to cancel his top right base due to the presence of a few Zealots, but he actually managed to burrow his drone. So he can rebuild that once these Lings get into there. He'll be able to kill off those Zealots, that probe, and that pylon, and that will be it for the harassment denying of that base.
He's just freeing up some supply now, Menta is. Mentalist is freeing up supplies so he can get Archons out, because he knows he needs Archons for the Archon toilet.
Yeah, that is his... pretty much his last hope. Now having more Lings running around to try and get that top middle base. It looks like Sleep will be repulsed. Menta is really just hoping for that last great engagement, but he is expanding to the bottom left. An awkward position, it kind of could favor Sleep. If Sleep finds that and shuts that down, Menta is kind of that last ditch thing like, I've got to get some kind of economy out.
Now look at this. This is scary.
Yeah, this is a big, big army. Look at all those Broodlords. Holy God, 13 Broodlords, plus more Corruptors that are just right now following the rearmost Broodlord. They're making sure not to get overextended and having the Corruptors die before everything else. But the Momo ship is a long way off from that Zerg army.
No, the Momo ship definitely is, but it's got enough for one Vortex. Maybe by the time we engage, actually a second. He's only got 4 Infestors, though. Yes, these Infestors have a ton of just everything, but it looks like he's trying to go base race almost.
It looks like we have a lot of Archons and Stalkers moving across the right. And now that bottom left base of Menta doesn't seem so foolish after all. But now we're going to see him going out of the easily be able to take him down this bottom right. Looks like Sleep has already abandoned it with those drones. And we have Broodlords and Infested Terran and everything moving across to take out so much. And this is going to be a really unfortunate thing because Menta does have his maxed army out. He only has 64 probes, so this is a full strength army. So any direct engagement from Sleep is going to need to be really carefully orchestrated with the fungals and getting the Broodlords not to be hit by a toilet. Those are going to be spread, but Menta is now pushing. He's going to go hard. Go ahead and start trying to hit into the natural expansion, but spawns and everything are in place. They will be falling quickly. This is going to be a really, really tense situation for the end of the game.
It is, because he's going to lose his Greater Spire here. I mean, it's going to come down to vortexes and everything else.
Observer just got killed, and that's a really important thing. If any other observers, we have 3 other observers on the map though, so Burrow Roaches will not become an auto win. That's really important.
Oh, these DTs, they're gonna wreck this base.
Yeah. DTs are a really good touch for Menta right now. We do have officially 16 Broodlords though out in the field now. That is a crazy.
And he's got so many drones trying to get away.
A Brood almost fell to a cannon. That would have been really funny. But notice how Sleep apparently is kind of bunching up his drones. This Archon could kill a bunch of drones in one shot if he actually gets that shot off. Looks like the Archon's kind of running the same pace as the drones, 2.8.
Yeah, but it's going to get caught. I know.
But those drones, look at the money for Sleep. He can easily expand, and he's going to do that. He's going to go ahead and actually now morph into the third of Menta. And he's now continuing to push in with those Broodlords too. He does not know about the Nexus in the bottom left. And
he needs to stop the drones from going back though.
Oh my gosh, no, he's about to lose a ton of them. Oh.
He's actually brought a fair amount of them back, but he's still leaving these guys in the middle of the map. Oh, he's going to bring them back now. But those Broodlords are wrecking the infrastructure of Menta. But we're going to see that Sleep's going to have a little bit of a panic mode when he realizes that Menta's not being revealed. And look at the back right, we're seeing Menta's rebuilding his tech.
I was just about to say that. That's rather humorous. And he's doing it right outside of the vision of the creep.
Yeah. This is why I love PvZ on this map. You get such weird games.
PvZ is an amazing matchup.
It really is. It so truly is.
He left the Stargate running.
Ah, Void Ray. Look at that. We have a Void Ray in the top left corners of the map. We have Tech in the top right corners of the map. We have a Nexus in the bottom left corner of the map. And
the only thing that's missing is something at the bottom right-hand corner.
We have Burrow drones and a bunch of Overlords, if that counts. It's not quite the Protoss side of things, but it's still more stuff in the corners of the map.
I really want to see this. I want to see this engagement.
I can tell you right now, it is so unclear who would actually be able to win it. We are going to see that Sleep has got so many drones mining at this mineral patch. It is way oversaturated, and he doesn't even have a full mineral patch set to mine from. He's actually only on 7.
Oh, those Corruptors got the Void Rays.
Oh, nice move by Sleep. Very nice move. He's left a single Broodlord to actually finish building off this entire main base, but he knows that somewhere on the map... look at all these creep tumors! Look at all those lead creep tumors that are in the left, just in the middle of the map, just there.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. Because there is this mining base over here, but it's going to get spotted right now.
Yep, there it is. Sleep now officially knows. And we should see his army making a beeline down there. I'm surprised he isn't spraying his creep.
Well, here comes Mentalist's army.
Yep. He's now going to play the sit there game, because he's going to try and do that to basically win the game, try and get that engagement, that perfect toilet down. But we've got 4 burrowed infestors moving down. That's actually a really risky move because of the observer with that army. This is every single infestor that Sleep has. If he loses those, that might be game. He needs those fungals. He needs the infested Terran. He needs that presence to deal with Menta's Archon toilet and everything. Oh, Corruptors are coming to the back. They're going to snipe the mothership. That mothership is dead.
Oh, the mothership's down.
That mothership
no more
is dead.
Archon toilet.
Oh, that is a huge pick-off for Sleep. Absolutely huge pick-off for Sleep. Oh.
Now Sleep can actually move in on this.
Yep, he does have 4 reloads back. Looks like the Protoss are starting to target down. Menta is now supply blocked. Those piles on top left have officially been pretty much dealt with. Do we have warpins? Ha! Look at this. Sleep is now expanding to the new tech area of Menta. And 2 drones are now attacking and targeting down those pylons. And it looks like Menta's being forced to retreat to try and go ahead and deal with this accordingly. We have 2 High Templar that are being morphed in. They may just be... Yeah, Archon's coming in. But this probe is still alive. Is that the only probe? There are 15 probes. Where are... Oh, the other probes are all down here bottom left, but they're not long for this world. That's terrible.
I pulled a Xander. Again.
No, they're gonna get away. All 15 probes are getting away.
But that base is gone. That is not the last Nexus, though. Menta does have a new Nexus going down into the natural of the top right area. I'm ignoring that comment, Tesla, by the way. I don't
I'm sorry.
it.
I had my mic muted the whole time, and don't blame me. Hans started it. He started calling them.
Oh my God! There's the DT. He is sitting there with 4 kills.
Oh no!
6 kills.
Yeah.
No.
9 kills
Kill
now.
the
He's dead.
Oh, look at this move by Sleep. He has all of his infestors inside of this Overlord. He's doing a War Prism High Templar defend against EMP move. This is so many Archons. 10 Archons are on the field right now. That's a lot of Archons.
It is, but the problem is, there's no Archon toilet.
Can he please just drop those infestors on that mineral line? He'd be able to end it.
Yeah, but oh, look at Sleep in his massive spine cars in the top left next to that hatchery that he has.
Oh my goodness.
He's long distance mining right now.
15.
Okay, here we go.
Are we gonna have the engagement?
Sleep wants it because he knows what he's got.
Look at the changelings at the watchtowers are a really nice thing for him, so he has full vision of if any of his bases that are vulnerable are going to be attacked. He's got a nice Overlord spread, and it looks like Menta's moving around. He's trying to get the right angle, but...
Oh, High Templar? No, get picked off.
Oh, here we go.
Alright, here we go. We're watching them push
Fungals.
it. We do see that, but the Stalkers are all under the Broodlords. We could see Menta take this because there's no fungal. Target firing on those. Oh no, I think Menta's just taking this game. Look at the Broodlords are all being handled. Archons are still alive. Perfect Blink Stalker management is there, and this is a great engagement for there. There is Sleep with the crying Imba GG. But talk about the end of that game. Crazy game. Very well done.
Oh my goodness, those poor infestors.
We've got game 3 next, guys. Be pumped, be excited. This is an amazing series.